emirate of Adria in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. On the fertile banks of the Wadi Hanifa, Adria thrived in prosperity, influence, and size. In the 18th century, the ruler Imam Mohammed bin Saud founded the first Saudi state. From then on, Adria rapidly became the most important emirate of Central Arabia. The foundation of the Saudi state was based on Imam Mohammed bin Saud's family legacy, back at the time when the Banu Hanifa tribe settled down in the Al-Yamama region in Central Arabia. He forged agreements among the tribes and towns and established security to pilgrim and trade routes, giving stability to the entire region.
Allah.
Under the leadership of Imam Mohammed bin Saud, Adria grew from a small emirate to a powerful state that created unity, stability, and prosperity, and promoted the reform call of those days. Imam Mohammed bin Saud achieved unity and peace. The stability in the region encouraged other peoples of Central Arabia to join the emerging Saudi state. Ruled by the principles of stable governance and unity, the first Saudi state consolidated a growing number of tribes and towns and expanded its territory over the Central Arabian Peninsula. It didn't take long before the young state had to cope with a new enemy, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans deployed a massive army to the Arabian Peninsula that began attacking and destroying the towns of the first Saudi state. nation. Out of the ashes rose the second Saudi state. The symbol of that state became the sword of El Hajra. It was passed from ruler to ruler, beginning with Imam Turki bin Abdullah bin Muhammad bin Saud, until it eventually reached the hands of Imam Abdurrahman al-Faisal, the last ruler of the second Saudi state. Then, in 1902, King Abdulaziz bin Abdurrahman al-Faisal reconquered the Saudi capital and began the third phase of the Saudi state. He worked tirelessly for more than 32 years to unify the nation. Finally, in 1932, King Abdulaziz could proclaim the establishment of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. United by the Quranic message, there is no God